He's also getting infantry weapons level 1 and level 2, and armor level 1 is done right now. Also vehicle weapons level 1 for his tanks. So in the end, a lot of researches for QXC. Now he's landed this command center over here as well, and is getting a planetary fortress. Like I said, it's another great place to have a planetary fortress. And here we go, a drop at this side. As I was talking, almost missed it, and he's gonna try sniping this nexus, but it's not gonna happen because charge loads are gonna make their way over there real fast. And gotta be careful. Oh, nice merging over there of that Archon. Is he going to lose the medevac? Most likely. There we go, medevac does go down, and these forces are going to go down as well. The Archon is done and zaps the hell out of that Marauder. Now, both players are just chilling. As what I can say right now. They're just entrenching their position. Most likely QXC is going to want to move some tanks up here, because his tanks are really far in the back right now. There we go. Also a lot of Helians. Now these Helians, oh, I see what he did. He got Helians with pre-igniter for the Zealots. That's a smart thing to do, because this many charge lots is going to cause a lot of issues for your infantry and tanks. So you just get a lot of Helians with pre-igniter, and you deal with the Helians with the with the Zealots. So let's see if he's actually going to do that. Let's see how it plays out for him. There's also some Psy Storms in this army, but actually no, just one High Templar, really? No, 2 High Templars. And a lot of Colossus out right now. Already 6 Colossus, and looks like Inka is going to decide to move across. These tanks aren't sieged up. There we go, they're sieging up right now. A lot of turrets being planted all over the place, and Inka is bypassing this and might just take this route. This is going to be interesting. The thing is, you can actually use Colossus from this cliff to attack the army over here. Thing is, he does have the xel'naga tower, so he's going to see, and the tanks have range to attack the Colossus. Now here we go. Nice flanking attack over here. Oh, Inka actually wants to go for the main a little bit, it seems. He is backing off and losing a lot of forces in the process. These Marauders have concussive shells, and here we go. The Colossus are doing a lot of damage onto the infantry, but the tanks are here. Oh, nice EMP over there. Lowering the shields on all these units on this side, and these Colossus are actually just taking down as many things as they can in the main base. And then QXC is moving in again, it seems. He doesn't have range yet though with his tanks, not yet. And Inka is abusing the fact that he can just take down as much as he can. There we go, some Vikings are out. Now this is what you want to do as Terran. You need the Vikings to deal with the Colossus. Obviously, Vikings are a great unit to use against Colossus, because Vikings have a very, very high range. They have 9 range, so it's very comfortable to use them. You don't have to micro them so much in the battle, just because they have that high range, and they only attack air units, so they're just going to be preoccupied with attacking the Colossus. Here we have QXC moving a little bit forward, trying to secure more advanced position towards his enemy's gold expansion. And we have air weapons level 1 incoming. What is this for? I'm just curious. Is he going to actually transition to carriers or something like that? I don't believe so, but QXC is getting some Thors, and infantry weapons level 3 is already on the way, so these guys are going to do much more damage once that is done. And these tanks are shelling away at the cannons over here, seems. There we go. And some Marines making their way closer as well. And gonna lose this command center most likely. Yep, QXC wanted to take that expansion as well. QXC is a really good macro player, so he's gonna take everything that he can. Okay, and he's gonna try sniping this off as well. I think he's gonna do it actually. There we go, 1 Void Ray trying to deal with these Marines, but there's just too many Marines over here, and he's not focusing fire yet. He does have 5 ghosts. These ghosts obviously very, very vulnerable to feedback. There we go. QXC does take out that expansion, and in the meantime, Inka is taking out this expansion, and he has so many forces here. He has 8 Colossus. This reminds me of the previous game I cast, the one with HuK versus Idra. HuK having a pretty similar army over there. If you want, just go check that game out. It's a pretty cool game. Ocean Course Plateau, HuK versus Idra. So this didn't go down, and there's a lot of cannons over here, and some storms being deployed over here. 1 EMP going down. Oops, and gotta be careful. He does merge those. Very good response, and merging those 2 High Templar that are out of energy over there, and the tanks are edging their way forward. But here we go, Inka is coming around from the back. Beautiful storm on that infantry, but there's a lot of tanks over here. Let's see if he's gonna be able to take this down. He needs to. Oh, and QXC is in a bad spot right now. Oh my god, QXC is getting completely creamed right here, and these Helians not really doing anything, not really helping, and seems like he didn't have enough units. And once you get this critical number of Colossus, I mean 8 Colossus, they're gonna rip through your tanks no matter how many you have. because you just need a few units to tank for oh, and the heathen's going down really fast as well. You just need a few units to tank for your Colossus, and your Colossus are basically going to one-shot everything. Everything that they touch is going to turn to ashes. And here we have 2 Immortals out for on the way. I mean, for Inka. Inka is going to most likely try and take this again. He did secure this one. It's good that you planted some cannons over here. He did take this expansion. I'm just curious, taking a look at the income tab. Oh, and QXC is looking really, really bad right now, actually. This is mined out, and this, he's landing a command center right here, but that's the only thing he has. And also, most likely going to try landing a command center over there. The thing is, as Terran, it's very tricky, and I say this why? Because you just have so many mules, and you're gonna mine out the resources faster, much faster than your opponents. So yeah, oh, this is a lot of Archons. Oh my god. And these are great tanks because they have so much HP, 350 shields, and beautiful size storm over there, and oh, another beautiful size storm, and oh, this is so brutal. I mean, this is really good play from Inka over here, taking out so many units, just losing those Archons, but really taking out a lot of QXC's army. The thing is, QXC is in a tough position right here because he doesn't have the income he needs, and as you can see, as soon as the commander landed down here, 6 mules make their way down on the mineral batches to get QXC back in the game. And there we go, with just 1 base, with all these mules mining, he's at equal income with Inka that is mining off 2 bases. And QXC needs to expand over here. He needs to land a command center. Which command center? This one. He should lift this one up and get it here. Thing is, I think he wants to get an army first to make sure that he can actually defend this expansion. And Inka moving across the map, and look at this Immortal, how much damage he does against the Marauder. Boom, and 1 stim, and he's gonna be gone. No, he actually makes it away. Unbelievable. And yeah, I think QXC is gonna wait to mass up a little bit more army. 11 tanks, 7 Marauders, and some Marines and Ghosts. That's it for QXC. So yeah, like I said, mass more army to be able to secure this expansion. This one is pretty far away, and if you can't secure it, it's basically just gonna go to waste. And here we go, a lot of tanks being sieged up here, but that's so many Colossus. I mean, look at these Colossus, they do a lot of damage. The thing is, these tanks are spread in a nice pattern over here, and they're all gonna get their shots off on anything that steps down from that ramp. Now, oh, and we have a carrier. Whoa, I missed the fleet beacon. There we go, fleet beacon, and carrier is on the way. Carrier, yeah, chrono boosted. But funny or not, carriers are really good in this situation. Not really much anti-air, and I mean, those interceptors are mess with the AI a lot, just like Broodlords do. Not to mention that carriers actually do a lot of damage, and they have a lot of HP. Great unit to have in your late game army mix. But here we have QXC trying to move across the map, and he's very close to Inka's base. He might try sniping this, but it's mined out. Doesn't really matter that much. There we go. It is going to go down, but a lot of Colossus are coming. And wow, taking a look at unit counting station, 3 High Templar there, so gonna have some side storms left. Also, Inka did take the space again, so Inka really looking good in terms of income. I mean, look at QXC. He's barely. Something happened over here. I would scroll back to see. Actually, just gonna go back a little bit, see what I missed down here, and something must have happened. Side storm. How many SCVs did go down here? There we go. Ooh, wow, a lot of SCVs going down. So indeed, just gonna go fast forward again to the moment we were at right here, and here we go. QXC is moving forward. This went down, and he's most likely gonna try and take this. I mean, QXC knows the fact that he cannot win this game like this. He doesn't have the income. He doesn't have the bases, basically, so he needs to snipe out his opponent's bases no matter what. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all in. So here we go. The Colossus are making their way forward. Oh, just 1 tank. 1, 2, 3. Nice spreading over here, but actually think it might have been better if they had been a little bit more clumped up. I don't know. There we go. A lot of charge lots and so many Immortals. I mean, this Marauders and tanks and these Immortals just plowing through the army, and the Colossus from the back doing so much damage, and storms going off as well. A lot of tanks here, and I think this is like QXC's final forces. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything after this. And those, oh my god, those Immortals are like 2-shotting the tanks. Unbelievable. And here we go. The tanks do go down, and QXC is looking really bad right now. He is mulling whatever he can over here, but he's out of gas. And he doesn't have any refineries. This is all he's got, and don't think QXC can pull out of this one, because there's more carriers out on the way actually, and there's one carrier out already, and QXC's only solution is this one. As we can see, he's trying to land the command center over there, but I have no idea. I don't think he can secure that expansion, and I think that once he sees all these forces over here, he's gonna GG out, unless this force over here manages to do something notable with the Colossus. And here we go. Oh, that's a lot of Colossus. He didn't have enough Vikings this game. Really important to have all those Vikings. And there we go. Viking does go down, and QXC trying to do as much as he can with this little army ball over here. But the AoE is so bad. I mean, look at this. Oh my God, everything is just basically melting to the Colossus. So yeah, great game from both players actually. The thing is, I would have liked to see a lot more Vikings from QXC. QXC really should have thought about getting tons of Vikings. I don't even know. There we go. He has this. He's making some Vikings now, but it's too late, and also not enough medevacs really in his army composition. So I'm not sure. It's QXC really didn't play his standard game so much. He doesn't usually get this many tanks and stuff. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe obviously it's, I don't know where this replay is from. Maybe it was just a practice match. Maybe it was you know, something unofficial where obviously the players are allowed to try stuff. But a great game from Inka though. I mean, very solid gameplay, very nice. Oh, sorry about that. Let's move this a little bit away. There we go. So very nice play from Inka. He a very nice what's it called, mixing the Psy Storm into the charge lots, and I mean basically starting off with those gateway units and then getting nice Colossus and actually even carriers in the late game. So we see a lot more players actually get carriers these days. Some time ago nobody would even consider getting them, and now we see them actually in a lot of high-end games. Carriers are very good unit. It's like Broodlords for Zerg, let's say, but better, I'd say. Obviously the attack area as well. And the thing is, QXC didn't have what it takes. He overextended himself with tanks, way too many tanks. When your opponent has like Psystorm and a lot of charge lots, you have to back off with the tanks. You have to back off. You see so many Colossus. You have to get the Vikings. You have to get a critical number of Vikings, around 10 Vikings, I'd say. I mean, Inka had like 8 Colossus throughout the game, so you need a lot of Vikings, and then basically just abuse EMP and Marine Marauder medevac. Even if your Marines and Marauders will die, you just replenish them again, and that's it. That's how you have to play, because you cannot use the tanks. Tanks are it's a very uncomfortable unit to use. You have to be tanks are more like something that help you push forward, but it's really hard to push against Colossus. You can't really do that. You have to take care of the Colossus, and the real tool that Terrans have to deal with Colossus is Vikings. That's what you use to break the Colossus count, and the rest you deal with your Marinas and Marauders. And it's great if you catch some EMPs off on those High Templar, but obviously it's a lot of micro, a lot of things to keep in mind to do, and at the same time be producing units, take care of your bases, expand, and so forth. So yeah, obviously very demanding if you wanna do a good game. But like I said, Protoss players are playing a much more solid game these days. I think it's the fact that the game is starting to settle down. StarCraft 2 has been pretty new, still is new, but now it's like the builds are becoming a little bit more solid. People know their responses. It's becoming a reflex much more than it used to be, and yeah, it's great to see that players aren't basically just losing what's it called, mercilessly, as in one side ends up with all their units alive and the other side doesn't have anything left. So players are learning how to deal with different strategies and so forth. Anyway, I hope you liked the game, and if you did, then do subscribe. And yeah, because actually have gotten someone saying that I should be doing streaming and that stuff, and yes, I do plan on doing the streaming, but I need a new CPU. So if there's anybody out there who wants to sponsor me with a new CPU and motherboard, so I can actually get some streaming off, I'd be very appreciative to that. So yeah, anyway, that's the thing. That's why I don't do streaming, and I can only do votes for now. But I'm glad to see that you like my cast. So Stick around for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.